Today we will be making this colorful purse, the advanced level project, from your second Hooks and Needles crochet subscription box. You will need merino essence yarn, 50 grams in purple and 25 grams in dusty pink. Your 5mm crochet hook, scissors, a sewing needle, and the leather accessories that came in your box. We are going to crochet 7 hexagons, 2 in dusty pink and 5 in purple. To start off, we are going to make a slip knot. And chain up 4. Slip stitch into the first chain that you made by inserting, yarn over, pull through, and then you're going to pull through the other loop as well, and that has made a little circle that we are going to be working into. Chain 2, place a stitch marker on that second chain, and this chain 2 counts as the first double crochet of round 1. Now we are going to make 11 double crochet into this circle. To make a double crochet, you are going to yarn over, insert your hook into the circle, yarn over, pull through. 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the final 2 loops, and that is a double crochet stitch. So we need to make 11, so make 10 more. We've reached the end of round 1 and should have 12 stitches total, including the chain 2 that we did at the beginning. Starting round 2, remove the stitch marker. Single crochet where the stitch marker was. So insert, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through. And in that same place, we are going to do a puff stitch. To make a puff stitch, you're going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, 7 loops on your hook. Now you're going to yarn over and pull through all 7 of these loops, and that is a puff stitch. After finishing the puff stitch, replace the stitch marker, then chain 1. We are going to make another puff stitch in the next stitch. And then chain 1. Continue doing this all the way around, and you should end with a total of 12 puff stitches. I am at the end of round 2. I have my 12 puff stitches total all the way around. Now I am going to remove the stitch marker and slip stitch at that point. And this is the end of round 2. Starting round 3, we are going to place a single crochet where we slip stitched into right there. Now we are going to do a puff stitch into that same space. And replace your stitch marker. Chain 1. And now we are going to puff stitch into that same space. Now in the next chain space, we are going to do a puff stitch. And chain 1. and make one more puff stitch. Do this in each chain space all the way across until the end of the round. So in this next space, you're going to do puff stitch, chain one, puff stitch. Same thing in the next, all the way around until you reach the stitch marker. We have reached the end of round 3 and should have 24 puff stitches total. Now we're going to remove the stitch marker to start round 4 and do a single crochet in this chain 1 space. Then we're going to chain up 1, and this counts as our first double crochet. So go ahead and mark that stitch. Then place 2 more double crochet into that same chain space. Chain 1, and do 3 double crochet into the same chain space. Now we're going to do 3 double crochet in the next chain space. Next, in the next chain space, we are going to do 3 double crochet. Chain 1, and then 3 double crochet into the same space. And then 3 double crochet in the space after that. And you are going to repeat this for the entire rest of the round. So in the next chain space, you're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, and then in the one after that, just 3 double crochet. Do this all the way around until you reach the stitch marker, and I will meet you there. We have reached the end of round 4. Now we are going to remove this stitch marker, slip stitched into where the marked stitch was, then chain 1, and cut and fasten the yarn. So we have just finished our first hexagon. We are going to need 4 more in this color, and then 2 in the dusty pink color. And I will meet you once you have all 7 of your hexagons finished. So I finished all 7 hexagons. I have 5 in purple and 2 in dusty pink, and now we are going to work on assembling all of these together to make our bag. I made a slip knot and have my dusty pink yarn ready to go on my hook. I'm going to take a purple and a dusty pink piece and put them together wrong sides facing each other. And I'm going to go into the corner of the purple and go into the back loop of that corner. I'm going to do the same thing with the dusty pink. So I'm going to go into the back loop. Then I am going to join these 2 pieces together by doing a slip stitch. So I yarn over and pull through and pull through again. I'm going to do that for every single other stitch all the way down until I reach the next corner. So in the back loop and in the back loop. And it takes a little bit of patience, but I promise you it will be worth the effort. And now that I have reached the next corner stitch, I slip stitched across, these two are connected. I'm going to grab another purple piece and I am going to put the pink and the new purple piece with wrong sides facing each other, corners lining up, and I am going to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to take the corner stitch and I'm going to go into the back loop, and I'm going to do the same thing for the dusty pink and go into the back loop. And I'm going to slip stitch them together, and I'm going to continue working in the back loops of each piece, slip stitching them together to connect them all the way down until I reach the next corner. And from that point, once this is all slip stitched together, we'll grab the next purple hexagon and do the exact same thing. And we're going to continue slip stitching these hexagons to the purple hexagons to the pink one until all 5 are connected and your piece looks like this. And I will meet you once you have finished that. I finished slip stitching the purple pieces to the dusty pink piece. Now I'm going to take my dusty pink yarn and slip knot it and attach it to my hook. And then I am going to take these 2 purple pieces and slip stitch them together using the back loops. Continue this until you reach the corner, and then we are also going to do this side as well. I started here, slip stitched up to this corner, and then slip stitched to this corner as well. It has created the beginning kind of shape of the bag. Now we are going to slip stitch these 2 purple squares together from here to here. And then you're going to do the same thing with these 2 purple pieces and these 2. So do this with all of them. And once you've done that, it's going to create this shape, at which point we will add the final piece. And I will meet you once you have finished slip stitching all these sides together. I've finished attaching all of the sides of the purple pieces that I needed to get done. This is what the other side looks like. So now we are going to grab our final pink piece, make a slip knot with our working pink yarn, and put it on our hook. And now we are going to slip stitch with the back loops like before, the pink piece to all of the purple pieces. I have finished slip stitching the final piece to the bag. I have not cut my yarn because I'm going to use that to work a border next, but this is how the piece is looking so far. Everything is attached. Now we are going to start making a single crochet border. So we are going to single crochet all the way around this opening into the back loops of each stitch. So working into the back loops, just work a single crochet all the way around. So I have single crocheted in the back loops, starting here, I single crocheted across the top of this, then across the other purple square, and finally back across the top of the pink. I've reached where I initially started. So this was my starting point and this is my ending point. Now I am just going to slip stitch into this first one that I made right here. Chain one, and then you may cut and fasten your yarn. Now that we've finished the single crochet border, we are going to make 2 little loops for the bag handles to attach to. So go to the upper point of one of your 2 purple hexagons and find the cluster of 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. So that is going to be this right here. You see 1, 2, 3, then there's the chain 1, and then 1, 2, 3. So start right here on the back loop single crochet above the double crochet cluster, and we are going to do a single crochet. Then we are going to do 2 double crochet. Then you can chain 2. Then we are going to skip the next stitch and do a double crochet into the next stitch. Double crochet into the stitch after that. And then make 1 single crochet. And this chain 2 space is what the bag strap will be attaching to. To reinforce this, turn your work. Then we are going to single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Then once you get to the chain 2 space, we can put 3 single crochet in that. And then single crochet in the final 3 stitches. You may then cut and fasten the yarn. And repeat this on the other side of the bag. We have now entirely finished with the crochet portion of the bag. So now we need to weave in all of these loose ends. So just take your sewing needle, thread it with a loose piece of yarn, and then weave that piece of yarn back into the crochet fabric. Pull it through, snip the little edge, and do that with every single loose end all the way around your bag. So I have finished weaving in my ends. This is how the bag is looking. Now all we have to do is grab our leather bag strap that came in the box, and we are going to clip this to the loops that we made. Then grab your little tassel, attach that to either side of the bag strap, and voila! You're done! I hope you guys had fun making this, and I will see you next month for your next project.